right, we're back. I always want to say, Wade, Wednesday. We've been doing Wednesdays for a while.
Yeah, it feels
but
weird
it's Monday.
To be on Mondays. This is what, our second Monday we're on?
I don't know. I can't remember how many Mondays it's been now, but I still want to say, every start I want to say Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Robin, how's it going? It's Citizens United. How's it going?
It is doing good. Happy to be here on a Monday. I also get confused now as to what day of the week it is.
Yeah, and it's raining.
Yeah.
Well, not raining. It was rain. It wasn't. It was right on the way in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of
back all day.
yeah, and it's kind of humid.
Yes.
I want it to be cool again. I want fall back.
Yes.
It's gone already. Wade, how's it going over there?
It's been an eventful week. We've been going through many things. I'm excited for our guest.
Yeah.
We heard all about what was happening at the council meetings. The council meeting in Niagara Falls last week. And you know, that's what the council needs to hear. That's what the mayor needs to hear. And for what the council member Ken Tompkins said afterwards is just really, you're not here to speak to people like that. It just blows my mind. Who are they to say how anybody should be speaking to the council members or the mayor? This is real instead of it's not they always have. Yeah,
the decorum nonsense or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's too late for decorum here in Niagara Falls, at least. Probably in all the other communities, North Tonawanda, Lockport too. Not time for decorum anymore. They had their chance with decorum, I think. And decorum gets you what you get.
Right.
You get elected who you get elected because of decorum. And you're going to get it again here shortly in about, whenever, November 2nd, whenever it is.
There was a video, I am sure you've seen it because, you're the one that told me about it. And this guy sent it to you. What was that, Todd Selensky?
Todd Selensky.
Yeah.
I believe,
I'll pull that video up.
Todd Selensky.
Hello, Todd Slansky, Memorial Parkway and LaSalle Ave. I'd like to thank Mr. Restaino for his efforts to rebuild this city and uncover corruption. I watch your podcast and really hope that when citizens are united, we can affect change.
Yeah. That was nice. I think that's all we've ever tried to do with this, was for that kind of, all we've ever done. I mean, I don't think, Robin, we've ever done anything else. Never targeted anyone. Never gone after anyone in particular, unless they deserved it. I mean, I've never done anything to do. We never have. None of us.
If it's wrong, we say it's wrong, no matter who it is or where we see it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where it leads. I mean, I don't even care. And we're so non-political, it's not even funny.
We say it's right.
Yeah. But I'm not political. Like, I don't even care. Like, I can't stand Republicans and Democrats equally, so they mean nothing to me.
I believe it's a lot on perception on these people. What people might take as we're going after them. It's just us speaking the truth.
Hey,
they look at it as they're speaking the truth about me.
They get what they deserve, man. I remember Nick D'Angelo, as he's running around with all the rape charges, 12 counts and all that, and he's ROR'd and he's loose and everyone loves him there in City Hall or whatever. Or at least they can't speak about it because they're scared. I know, he one time on a message I got to see, it was a personal message, I won't say where he was blaming us for his troubles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, he did them himself, right? I mean, we didn't do that to him. We didn't do anything. I didn't go. He
was speaking.
He earned
to
everything he gets.
Person who was running at the time, and he said that, "How could you go on their show? They're ruining my life." That was his
his statement. Yeah, right.
We're ruining your life. You're the one that raped people.
Yeah, you're the ruining. You get what? Yeah, right.
And you're getting away with it. So, if you were in prison like you should be right now, then we obviously would be helping the victim if they came to us for help. But this is helping it completely other way as well, because it looks like he could possibly get away with it.
Who knows, man? The fact that he was ROR'd says so much.
Yeah.
All right, let's not let our guest wait. Our guest tonight is Jennifer Lemoy. I almost said Marie, but I can. That's your middle name. But anyways, she's going to be here. Great job at the city council meeting was wild last week, and rightfully so. And she was the highlight It was unbelievable. So we're going to have her in here in a moment. We're going to talk to her, but then we're going to play that for you in case you missed it, because you do need to see it and hear it. And, we'll be back in a moment with Jennifer LaMoy.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
All right, we're back live. Here we are. And I'm with Jennifer LaMoy. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you? All right?
Good, thank you.
I forgot some. My buddy's here. I gotta acknowledge my friend who's here real quick. And he's my co-host from my sports show, Goal Gutters, John Fidel. How's it going, John? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you're always helping, whatever we need. And then we'll be ready for Friday. John's here. I can't believe I forgot you, John. You were here. I know. What am I thinking? All right, we've got Jennifer here with us. Jennifer LaMoy. Jennifer LaMoy, you were incredible the other day.
Thank you.
On the microphone in front of the city council, which took a lot of guts for anyone to come forward and say anything. Let's ask who you are. Who are you? Have you lived here your whole life and all of that?
Yes, I've lived in the Falls my whole life, Niagara Falls, New York, and I care for my mom who is disabled, and I homeschool my son who's presently in the 6th grade and have done so since the beginning.
Oh, nice. That's great. Remember you tried to, remember your little homeschooling stint there?
Yeah.
But, that was something. You did well.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I don't know what you learned.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you did well. So anyways, you've been here your whole life in the
Yes.
Falls. You're, we won't go ages, but you've seen enough mayors come and go.
Yes.
And councils and all of that.
Yes.
We're obviously at a point. And, I don't even want to get on them as much right now. Let's just say we've hit, through the years, we've kind of hit we've hit that tip of the iceberg,
Yes,
right?
that's correct.
With everything.
Yes.
With the murders that we're feeling, it's all just like, all there. And we have a big election coming up on the 2nd, because you can change you can really change the majority of the council. Those people, unfortunately, you know, they shied away from our debate here, which is sad because 5.6 thousand people saw it. I'm sure they got to 5.6 thousand door to door, but I don't know. Anyhow, you go to council meetings often?
I hadn't been to one in a while. And I just thought, especially since the homicide rate has been significantly, over the last 2 years, including this year, to recognize those individuals that have passed away, because their names weren't mentioned otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. And and since you're meeting we had our 12th. Since you were there, you said 11, and we got 12 now. And I don't even know the details. I haven't heard. I thought I saw the street and everything else, but it's all sadly blind. I mean, because 1985, before last year, 1985 was our highest year for homicides, and it was 8. Last year, what did we blow up to 22? Something like that?
Right.
Right? And then this year, we're at 12. So, I don't know. I gave the mayor some credit the other day, though, because I thought they had done a great job bringing in others to help, other services, like they had the helicopter, because they tried to sweep and get some of the people. Because a lot of times, it is outside influences that come into the city. Not that the city doesn't have its own influences, but sometimes with drugs and everything else, it could be Rochester and different places just coming in and capitalizing on the fact that we're one of the poorest cities in the country. I had heard that, wait, what is the median income? What is it, like 11,000? 20,000? What is it here? Niagara Falls, it's pretty low.
I forget the median income. However, I do know that the national average is 13% poverty rate throughout the whole nation. We're at 27% in Niagara Falls, so more than double the national average are living in poverty.
Right. And you were in there talking to them, and they're in a bubble. Don't you feel it? They're in like their little bubble. They're in a bubble.
For sure.
And you popped it. So she popped the bubble, and why don't we listen to it? Wait, if you get a chance, we'll pull it up and we'll watch. I want everyone to hear her.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it over right now.
Complete and totally.
Jennifer, can I just say one thing for a moment, please?
Yes, sir.
I just want to say this. Dante, I've known you now for a few years. We've gotten to know each other, and I respect you. I know your heart's in the right place and stuff like that. But I've known the mayor 50 years. And I'm just saying. And
if we can't have an open conversation, I decided to be out there. Don't defend him.
I'm defending. I am just saying that in 50 years of knowing the mayor, he's always been honest to me. All right. Okay. Jennifer, go ahead.
Yes, before you start my time.
Yeah, it hasn't started yet.
Yes. So before you start my time, please, if Mayor Restaino and City Administrator, if you could pay attention to me instead of facing the council, please, and listen. I'm not the most attractive woman in the world, I'll tell you that much.
But Jennifer, you and I have faced each other so many times when I represented you and your mom and did all those things for you. So I've always been.
Not at all. I was in your office how many times this year?
Last year, how many times?
One time you see me in your office.
Twice you were in my office.
What days were those?
All right, everybody. Jennifer, let's have what we're talking about.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much for facing me.
Start the time.
Good evening. My name is Jennifer Lemoy. In 2007, Congress designated September 25th as a National Day of Remembrance for murder victims. Today is significant to our community because it's September 29th. The last homicide occurred on September 7th. Oh, the pain in our hearts. I will now bow my head as the names are read. In 2020, 3-year-olds Christopher O'Neill Pizarro, Brian Harris, Sonia Hamilton, Maurice Hill, Kenneth Mitchell, Ward Shaw, Jonathan Joseph, Nathan Kraft, Mariah Wilson, Clyde Coleman III, Frank Walker, Shakaya Boyce, William Harrison, Kenneth Wallace, John Russo, Thomas James Anderson, Ala A.B. Reese Jr., also known as Bravion, Casey Frank, Jermaine Reynolds, Wayne Jackson II, Xavier Travis, Demetrius Javon Gray, Patrick DeLuca, Desmond Biddy, Marty Kidd, Ahmad McRae, Jalil Rose. 16 homicides in 2020, not 9 as the FBI uniform crime report states, and not 10 as GIF statistic states. We only have between 48,000 to 49,000 in our population. The city's payroll and benefit costs were $93.9 million in 2020, a figure that ate up 78% of our total revenues. On January 3rd, 2020, Mayor Restaino announced that he had chosen his brother, Anthony Restaino, as acting city administrator, the number 2 post in City Hall. Anthony is officially known as the acting administrator to prevent Tony from having to comply with the city residency policy. The dedicated teachers within Niagara Falls City School District have to abide, as do all city employees. Our beloved law enforcement officers, specifically a captain and 4 lieutenants, received a letter from Tony informing them that he had reason to believe that the brass union members did not live in Niagara Falls, New York. Mayor Restaino stated, and I quote, "It's not a negotiable item, it's the law." Apparently there are different rules for different people. Then Mayor Restaino, your behavior allowing and permitting your beloved brother to break the law, violating this non-negotiable item, that's what you're doing. However, Corporation Counsel said that Tony is exempt from the law because he originally joined the city payroll before the law was passed, even though he left City Hall for many years to work in other positions. This simply does not make sense to me. Accountability is imperative. Simply put, I'm embarrassed to have Mayor Restaino as my mayor. Honestly, I campaigned for you. Each and every time I volunteered, I never showed up empty-handed with food and drinks in hand. Tony thanked me, but the then, future, and now Mayor Restaino never uttered a word of thanks to me, nor my family, who also volunteered. Many questioned the mayor's temperament to lead the city. I was always defending him within the community. That is until I reached out to him for assistance. My 11-year-old son even literally begged him to no avail. Bad things happen to really good people. What once was can no longer be. Wouldn't your dad, Antonio, be proud if either of you attempted to make a lasting impact on the residents of the city of Niagara Falls? The approval rating for our administration is poor, especially since no one can see inside your office door. The magnitude's extreme and nothing will ever change if things remain the same. Please realize and recognize that the position in which you hold as near and dear as it is to you is nothing compared to the love that we, as residents here in Niagara Falls, share for one another. 11 homicides in 2021. Can't you hear the cries? I can't get them out of my head. Enough said. Here's the book.
Officer, I'm not going to listen. Jennifer, Miss Lemoy, turn around and address the council.
Okay.
You are not allowed to attack.
I'm not attacking, I'm speaking.
Right now
I'm speaking the truth.
You are speaking in an extremely loud voice, addressing the mayor.
I'm sorry.
If you cannot address the council, which is what you're here for, we are going to have you sit back down.
I get 35 seconds left.
Right, and there is no attacking.
I'm not attacking. Are you seeing me fighting somebody?
I am seeing you using words aren't attack. Words aren't attack.
Can you please put 35 seconds I have back on the time?
Everybody is here to address the council, not to address the mayor, not to address the city administrator. If you are going to talk over me, yes, I am going to have you removed.
Can I please ask for my 35 seconds?
You have had more than enough time. You can finish your 30 seconds as long as you don't attack anybody.
35 seconds.
Start the clock.
Here's the thought. When you Mayor Restaino took office, you promised to treat the residents like clients with an open door policy. When, if I may, I ask, would that be enforced? If I could offer my opinion, if I were you, I would resign or take a complete pay cut. You don't need the money. We need a mayor who understands, in the words of Martin Luther King Jr., that time is always right to do what is right. And, quote, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter.
All right, we're back. That was you, Jennifer.
Yes.
Talking, addressing the council, and whoever's there, by the way. You see, that rule just makes no sense. Tompkins was yelling about you can't address the mayor or the administrator. But like you said, how else can you address them? Because they aren't going to let you in.
No, absolutely not.
So let's go through some of what you talked about there.
Yeah.
That part. Do you know? Can you get in to see him?
No, absolutely not. No, I've called numerous occasions to speak with Nancy Shia, his secretary, and absolutely no return calls at all whatsoever. You can't even speak to her. You get a voice.
Right. So, okay. We know the mayor has insulated himself as incredible. We were talking about it before the show. A media outlet like ourselves and others can't talk to the police chief, can't talk to the... I remember you used to be able to talk to the Department of Public Works.
Yes.
During the winter, about plows, about garbage, whatever. Can't do it no more. It has to go through him. So he's really shutting it down, like, in a fashion that is we've never seen before. I've never had this.
Never.
All right. I wanted to ask you one thing he said to you, and you don't have to give me the specifics because bad things happen to good people. What the hell was he talking about? I heard you saying that. What was he trying to?
Right.
Was that him to you? Was he saying that to you?
There are occasions where things happen to different individuals in the city of Niagara Falls and even surrounding areas. And for example, I had noticed how someone was wronged, and he stated to me that, Jennifer, sometimes bad things happen to really good people.
Isn't that interesting? That's something. I mean, that's just that's the lack of empathy that we've talked about a million times. I mean, that just shows you, it's the bubble they're in. Anybody else wants to talk, feel free. That's the bubble they're in, that he or they can't feel it. And it's just him. I think it's the 5 guys sitting up there, too. They just can't feel it. Wait,
he not the brightest man either, because he could have, when we went and marched with Mariah Saday's family, he wasn't even home. He heard about it. Nothing came on the CB radio. They were prepared because they already heard about it days before. That family was looking for a metaphorical hug. He could have came out and been the hero. Instead, he wasn't even there because he knew we were coming. It shows just like what you stated, he can't even get to his door.
Absolutely not. And I agree with you there, especially that when I was reading the names and I bowed my head, I was certain that, I don't know where I must have dreamed this up and thought in my mind, logically they would have stood up and bowed their head, stand to honor those individuals because those were our fellow neighbors, our fellow residents.
And sadly, I have yet to see, and this is where all heck broke loose, if you remember, is when the mayor decided, and this is a tragedy too, when the young man who died at Niagara University in the fire, I believe is from Long Island, he put out a press release about that. Now, that's fine. I mean, yes, I don't want to take away from that. It's horrible. But then there was all the others in your own city and silence. So that just gives you insight, I think, on why you had to be there. I mean, you had to be there. I mean, there's no doubt, don't you think, Robin? She had to be there that night because someone had to say this. I'm not going there. But go ahead, Robin.
Absolutely. I think she spoke for a lot of people who have the exact same feeling and just don't have the same courage or opportunity that you had, and that we're also thankful that you took advantage of, because these are things that the mayor, the city administrator, the council, they all need to hear this.
Hey, John, I got to ask something real quick on something you might know. I'm sorry, Wade. I should have told you. Sorry about that. Look, I'm making a mess back there in production. Look at him back. Wait, I'm sorry. He worked so hard, and I'm just yelling out. This is that on? It's on. That grandfather clause thing. Do you know anything about it? Did you hear that? Where the mayor, the administrator, they said, I don't know. I'm asking. You might not know too. Where there was a date.
1984. I think it was June or July of 1984. You had to be grandfathered in.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
So now
remember that. Well, that was on for your job application.
All right, nice. Residency. If you were before 1984, you didn't have to live here.
Yes,
but after you did.
I was hired in 1981.
So you were good. You could have went anywhere.
Good. Anything
That's right. You did. You went to Grand Island. You said one time and stuff. Yeah.
So you see, anything after 1984, you got to live in the city.
Does the city administrator does that count as grandfather? Because he wouldn't be part of any union type, right? No.
Mr. Sedale was city manager at the time, and he lived in the city.
All right.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Because I was wondering, because the city administrator, he was city administrator for Mayor Galley in like '96, and what I'm saying is that shouldn't count. That wouldn't, because he wasn't appointed. I mean, he isn't part of the unions. He isn't part of anything. That can't count as grandfather.
No,
right?
No, not
Okay,
at all.
Not at all. Okay, thanks, John.
You're welcome.
So now you asked the question. Now you brought that up, Residency. I bring it up all the time. Remember how many times I brought it up? Just not all the time, but when it comes up, I know this is a hoax here. I know what I'm seeing, and I know more than I think some would like me to know. But I know that that's messed up, and I won't even out these people because it isn't fair, because it was a private message. But there's some councilmen that know too, and their answer to me, my concern was, well, it's not worth the fight. It's not worth the fight. I feel it's worth the fight, because my point is, if you give the mayor an inch, he's going to take 20 miles, and then he looks at you and has no respect for you. So you hit that one good too. I mean, Residency, public information officer, I think lives in North Tonawanda. So, yeah.
Under the current administration, there's different rules for different people.
Yeah.
And that's just that.
Yeah. I mean, we thought the Deister administration was a problem. His biggest problem was just spending state money, and I guess that's a big problem. But, geez, I don't know. I don't know why I would live in the city then. And then the other funny thing is, I notice guys at DPW make no money. They start out now in a horrible, like $13 and crazy, $13.50, whatever it is. They will send private investigators to check on where they live, and it's messed up, man. I can't. Anyways, let's talk about Tompkins for a minute.
Yes.
Do you know him at all beforehand?
I don't know him personally, but there were a couple other occasions where it caught me off guard with his behavior.
Okay, right. Yeah. Again, people in this city like to just say it's not worth the fight. It's not worth the aggravation. Didn't you find it odd that he started yelling for an officer? We just listened to it, and anybody that watched it, I can't imagine the mayor, the administrator, or any one of them people, or anyone in the audience was that you threatened them. Wait, wouldn't you have it would have had to been a threat.
Right, and I would also state that Tompkins was more, you weren't rude at all. You were stating what was happening. What he stated to you and how he yelled at you, Jennifer, you speak to the council. Like that right there is, who are you? Like you just said right a minute ago, where you said, I don't really know him that much. It almost like he was yelling at you like he had a personal relationship.
That's what I thought.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No.
That's the way I thought.
Right.
I thought, then it's possible because it's a small city. Not personally, and just,
Right,
them. You know them, okay.
If he's talking to a person like he doesn't even know her. He's talking to her like that.
Oh, right. I understand. No, I was referring to like the debates leading up to the, mayoral race, etc. That I had, just witnessed his inappropriateness, but I never called him out on anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. There's so much. We after the show, I can't
say is the biggest problem in the city.
Good question. What do you
think?
think?
What would I say?
Yeah.
The biggest problem is, I believe, our mayor.
Okay,
I believe that he could absolutely change everything and become more involved. I personally have witnessed myself him at other locations other than City Hall during his work hours, and that's not appropriate. And it starts. If I were the mayor, which I never would choose to ever run in such a race, I would have went to every single wake. I would have went to every single funeral.
Yes.
I would have been that person, even with my mask and gloves on, what have you, if there was, because sometimes with the pandemic, they don't have.
Didn't have them.
But appropriately, I would have even went to their home. I mean, he has access to all of that. And I would have, prayed with them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a real answer, because if Ken Tompkins were to be answering that, he would have said the grass is too high. It needs to be cut.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't matter how high the grass was. I would have run straight through.
It's
Yeah,
just
no,
so
no.
sucks that person, I wanted to hear that because Ken Hopkins is very out of touch.
Oh, and then you got the two sitting in City Hall. They're in a bubble that I can't. They don't even know. They don't know what's
The least of Ken Tompkins'
Yeah.
problems, I think.
maybe too much in touch. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. I don't know. Just joking.
But not really.
No, just joking here. At the ink. Anyways, I know, like, those guys are in the bubble. The bubble's a big deal because they don't see anything beyond their doorstep. So if that horrible incidents don't come to you, you don't pretend it happened. It's funny, you said the exact same thing, Wade, that we said about just go to the house. Just go pay a visit. Even if you went there for 30 minutes, if it were 15 minutes, you could have sent a note. Would have been fine, even in the mail or anything. Well, how long would that take to do? And it could have been as simple as, I'm sorry for your loss. Whatever you want to say.
We even gave you the opportunity to step out your front door.
Yeah.
Where you couldn't even do that, and all you had to do was say, I'm sorry, I'm working on this, and talk to the victims' families. You couldn't even take that opportunity. So it just really, people thought we were going there and like in a mob type scene, but that was far from the site. Well, I mean, we're
little
marching
kids there,
with little
yeah.
kids whose mom just was killed, and nobody's talking about it anymore, not even being investigated. That's all you had to do. He could have been the hero. All he had to do was step out his door and talk.
Last night, he could have been at the meeting.
Yes.
Can you imagine what a different narrative he could write if at this point when Jennifer was talking, he could have talked like I don't even know what the right word is, just empathetic person. I don't know. I'll tell you this though, his temperament was a funny thing that you brought up. When I heard that, like everything, you were hitting them all. And Robin, as we were listening at home, I was stunned, and I was like, yeah, I remember that letter I wrote in 2019 in the Gazette. And, no, was it 2000? Yeah, it was 2019. It's funny, a quick story about that letter. I wrote that letter in 2012, and it was for the assembly race. My father passed away, so we put the letter away. And I was like, all right, the hell with this. I'm not going to mess with it. Well, then this popped up, and the letter got printed after a lot of fighting with the Gazette because they didn't want to do it. They finally did it, but they let him rebut me, in a thing. Did you ever... Now, everything I talked about his temperament was always public. Like, obviously, they said it was lunacy. What, 5 minutes? What would they say, Robin, in the New York Times? What happened in the courtroom?
5 minutes.
Yeah, and
they called him a petty tyrant.
Right, right there. Why didn't the citizens pay attention to that? Like, I'm going to ask you. You helped them.
I did.
Why do you think that, like, did we just, and I'm not being critical, I'm just wondering, like, why would there not have been, like, oh my God?
I wish I would have seen the signs as well, because my mom raised me. She was a single parent, and always taught me to do the right thing and to get involved, especially with the mayoral race. And I showed up never without food and drink in hand, got donations, etc.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing came out of my pocket.
Right,
So
but just
that was the thing, just doing the right thing. And I was shocked as well. You know what I mean? Because there were a lot of promises made that weren't followed through on.
Right. No, I just always get amazed when people say, "Oh, his temperament." Oh my God, I didn't have to tell you. Just look at what happened in that courtroom. And if anyone would take a second to read what actually happened in there, and of course I worked at a factory, so I would run into a lot of guys that were in that courtroom, and I'd have to apologize because they would say, "Oh my God, they brought me all the way to Lockport. I missed my daughter who was getting out of school at 3. My mother had to go to the hospital. Then I had no way home because they just leave you in Lockport." I mean, go ahead.
Do you know that you stated it before when I never heard this story, and I live in Lockport.
Right.
Just as like in Niagara Falls, you guys hardly heard about the Troy Hodge story. How is it that we're a half hour away from each other, and like we're not hearing what at the time Judge Restaino did? No idea. So I could see how people could also go and work on his campaign. They had no idea of what he did.
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
Like a true politician, he easily fools people. I think he knows all the right things to do and all the right things to say in public to exude a certain thing that he wants people to feel about him. And unfortunately, it is very overwhelming, and it makes it so people can't see through to the faults that lie beneath.
Yeah. You know what we should do? I guess we should probably take our break now. But when we come back, we got a lot more to talk about. You called for resignation that we need to talk about, and some other things too that got a council race coming up I'd like to talk to you about also. All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Telling everyone to watch Go Getters live every Friday at 6 p.m. where they'll give you up-to-date sports info. It's a great show, so be sure to leave your comments below. You like how I rhyme with that?
Remember, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
For a moment, and she'll be back in a few seconds. We'll talk to her more about, what I want to talk to her about a little bit is the resignation she called for. Mm-hmm. I think that's interesting. We'll talk a little bit about this council race coming up. And then we'll wrap things up so we can let Jennifer, go home.
Right. Yeah. And we actually, many people have been called their resignations for. You called for 2 resignations just last week, which we should, I guess, remind people.
Yeah, I will call for them again, and soon you'll see it in a lot of places. The Niagara Falls GOP chairman Bill Carroll, the Niagara Falls Democratic chairperson Danielle DePalma. I'm hoping after the New York State, both parties do their review that they said they're going to do after the email I sent them. I hope that they ask for them to step down. Because after what happened with the debate on the 27th, mismanaged, uncalled for, ridiculous, 5,600 views later, many questions taken by Mr. Perry but from Niagara Falls residents, not from somebody who's going to sit up there who's an owner of some kind of store or something else, the nonsense they got going on at Niagara Falls High School. No, those parties made sure their candidates didn't come. So, they deserve, yes. Good point. Step down. Step down now. Just step down. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that... Oh, yeah, Jennifer, Yes, we got to talk. Come on in, Jen. Oh, don't worry. Yeah, no. No problem at all. All right, Jennifer's back. How is it out there? Is it raining?
It's actually fine. It's very comfortable.
Oh, good. That's
no
good.
rain.
All right, good. All right, let's talk about something else. We're a few more minutes and we'll wrap it up. Resignation. You called for the mayor's resignation. Was that done out of just the heat of the moment, or do you mean it?
No, I really do mean it. I personally do. If I were in that position, I would realize that I'm really not at the standard or the level where I need to be as the mayor for the city of Niagara Falls residents. That really, I think someone else should step in. I don't know who that would be or how that would go about, but really, I think this might be just too much for him to handle as the mayor, and especially since, like we were discussing earlier, about even when the homicide victims for the little ones, or even when you were saying the different, what is it called when they go to they walk together,
the protest march. March, yeah.
Even to know that, yes, that was his son or that was her daughter, to go up there and embrace that child, what that would mean to me if that would have been my mom or dad or what have you, that passed away.
What I don't understand that they don't understand, and this includes the council people too, because none of them went either, by the way. So they can't be held. They shouldn't be let off. I don't know of any. Maybe they did. I take that back. Maybe Bill Kennedy did. Remember, he sent us a message at one time. So I don't know of anyone, and we talked to a lot of the victims' families any of them showed up either, because they get this thing where they become council people and they think, all I'm here for is budget. You represent the city, and it's a big deal to people when a mayor comes to you, or it really does. I mean, maybe they don't get it, but it means something for the mayor to show up. It means something. And for him to go there and to say hi to, like I said, just the hug or the anything. Boy, I don't know. He comes up for re-election in 2023, I guess it would be.
He's already starting to campaign. He's got a...
Yeah, did you see that?
Coming over at the Como.
It's already happened.
Yeah.
Huh? He had a big fundraiser.
Yeah. So he really thinks he's going to get in again.
Oh, he had a huge fundraiser.
Oh, my goodness.
He's collecting money 2 years before the race.
Yeah. He had another one. Yes, because he had it the day before Jim Perry had his.
Okay.
As that's how I remember. And as Jim actually said that to us at one time. And he's not going away.
2 years before the next race, so
go to Open Secrets or go to what's that other site? Why am I forgetting it? where you can go and find out how much money everyone's campaign has. $160,000. I don't know how much more you need.
Right.
Here's another thing you might not know. When he was running, he had a $1,000 a plate fundraiser. I think it was at the Niagara Club. 10 people showed up, so that's 10 grand. And no one that I know of was a Niagara County resident. So just take that for what it's worth.
I'm just saying though, where does that money really go? Because I ran for Lockport mayor on $500.
Oh, we don't need a lot in this city. You need a lot.
$60,000.
Think about it. If you were gonna run, think how you could. Look, you just come on shows. You just be loud. Go to like you did it to me. You're ready to run now. You're not gonna run.
No.
City council.
I mean, I could consider that in the future, but not at this time. But you don't need a button. You don't need a shirt. You don't need the sign. You don't need any of that. You need yourself and your voice. I am just but a small voice, as that song years ago, and hopefully it allows individuals to be strong enough. They have the courage to go to future council meetings and do the same. I think that it came across to Councilman Tompkins, Chairman, that I was being, what would you say? That I was being
too aggressive?
Too aggressive, but I think it was the passion of the pain that I felt for those victims that wasn't recognized throughout all this time.
How many minutes did they give you?
They give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then right when he cut it off, it was 30 seconds, but it was at 35, and then it went to 30, and I said, can you just put my other 5 seconds back? Just 5 seconds. But, and then to even ask my fellow parishioner, a Niagara Falls City cop in the Falls to officer, and demand that he remove me. And luckily that didn't take place because I couldn't even imagine what that would have looked like.
Well, if that would have happened, I don't know what would have happened in there. I mean, yeah. If let's hope that he has enough sense to not. He had a pretty quick trigger finger there, calling for the police. It was unbelievable.
What was good about when that happened? You seen how many people supported you in that crowd.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
great.
And I appreciate that.
Awesome.
I do, and I even appreciate going to my seat afterwards and the officer coming over to me and saying, "Good job, you have nothing to worry about."
Right. Yeah, because that's what you're supposed to do. In America, we're supposed to be able to confront. I mean, I'm not saying physically, verbally, we're supposed to be able to confront our elected officials. I don't care if you go to their door. I don't care where you're at. I don't understand this, right? I mean, don't you guys agree? It's just what you do.
You were being
right there.
Extremely respectful. Like, you know
behind
what?
the podium.
You have even if that person was going to be disrespectful and drop a bunch of cuss words or something like that, they would have took it probably to that whole other level if Jennifer started swearing.
Right.
Which is just what we have the right to, because you're ignoring all of our calls.
No, that was a long time coming. Because I watched the Lockport one day, and Wade was talking about Troy Hodge. He's a man who was killed by Lockport police, similar to George. It was worse. It was in front of his mother. She was having a problem with drug at the time, and she called 911 to get help, thinking the ambulance was going to come. Well, the police came and killed him, and he was killed. Yeah, and it's on video. And so remember we watched the video, and those people, there was a lot of screaming and yelling there. I got to give at least the council in Lockport credit. They didn't call for the police because they knew it was emotional. I mean, I don't know. That I would call for Tompkins to step down too. I think he should probably resign because that was too. You know what he could have caused there? He's want to cuff you up. I mean, that's outrageous.
And before before Jennifer even spoke, he was speaking back to Dante, and he stated that I've known the mayor for 50 years.
And he could never, whatever they were going to talk about.
What? Like, so does it not just show who you are, how you can't even speak out against the person who could be doing such a terrible thing, but you've been friends with them for 50 years, so of course you're just going to follow whatever he says. Is this a friendship, or is this a business? Who do you work for?
Right, and you work for her, who was there at the podium, right?
Right.
Now you, where were the other council people? Did you notice any of their expressions or what might have been happening at the time?
I actually was trying to direct it at the mayor and city administrator because this is all developed because of the misrepresentation by our administration.
Right.
So I did look up at chairman, but I was just astounded. I was just as surprised as everyone else that he wanted to just have me removed.
Yeah, 'cause I was curious what the other council people were, what they might have been thinking. I didn't hear from them, but a lot of them just. Well, one time I remember Vash. Oh, he did speak.
I heard that at the end.
Yeah, he did
Vash
say something about your decorum.
And
Right.
basically stating the same things that Tompkins said at the end.
Right.
Almost reminding Tompkins to say they're there to address. They're not there to address the mayor.
Right. And remember his one time, he really, remember that one video with Vasho when he, whatever he did. Remember, because we played it and he reprimanded someone for being up there when he was the chairman. Robin, you need something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, he reprimanded reprimanded Jennifer for speaking to the mayor at the council meeting, but the mayor gives you no option to speak to him anywhere else. So where is the proper place to address our concerns is what I'd like Chairman Tompkins to address, is where should we go if we're not happy with the job that the mayor or the city administrator is doing?
Right.
You said that you can make an appointment.
If
that
we
they'll
have
never-
concerns, how do we
they're
voice
not gonna
those
reach back
concerns?
out.
No.
Right.
No, and I think you mentioned before the show that you did try to reach out directly
That's what
to
I was,
the
yeah.
mayor.
That's what I was going to ask you. Why did he bring up, this was odd. He brought up
Yes.
some personal stuff
Right.
about
Yeah.
being your lawyer. Is that what he was trying? Because I don't know. He got cut. You cut him off as he should be. What was he trying to say?
Well, prior to him being the mayor, yes, he represents individuals such as myself and my mom, but he's being paid to take care of those,
Sure.
things. And again, that's like I'd like to say it again, is that he said that, that's why I don't know if it's under the subject matter of politicking, but he stated that when he became mayor, that he was going to treat everyone, all of the city of Niagara Falls residents, taxpayers or not, even the poor, even the homeless, as if they were his client. And I don't think that he's done that.
No. Oh God, if he is, I feel sorry for the client. I mean, geez, and I'm glad you brought up the homeless because there's a big problem. And I lived in Niagara Falls forever, as long as I can, forever. I've never gone anywhere else. Never have I seen what I've seen in doorways on 11th. Like, cause I'll be driving down. From here, we'll go down Ontario, cut down Maine, because then we go around Whirlpool, and you see homeless with all their belongings. They're hiding, and they're not hiding. They're trying to stay out of the rain, whatever. So they get into those doorways. People sleeping on Main Street in the mornings. Nothing said.
We even address it to the council members, and they say, "Oh, they don't see it." What do you mean you don't see it?
Yeah, you don't see it. I see it. I see it every
weeks ago.
Yes, I see it every day. I really do because I go that way. All I gotta do is go that way, and you'll see it. Yeah, you got to think about maybe it's the same thing. I know you got your son.
Yes.
When they get older, and when he gets older, maybe you run. When you got time, when there's more time, because it's just time. But you've got the right thought, right? I mean, you've got what we want, what we would need. Someone who has some
the care, energy,
empathy,
and passion.
Yeah,
Yes.
the energy for that, right? To be able to say, okay, I've never had anyone murdered in my family, but I can easily think about. I've never been homeless, but I could easily think about what that would feel like. It's easy. You can at least mentally say, oh my God, it's got to be incredible. Like I think of sometimes, you probably do too. You go by a homeless person and you'll say the simple things like, geez, how do they, what about when they just want to go, go brush your teeth. You want to, just the basics. I don't.
You have to go poop.
Good one. Yeah, another one. Yeah. How do you do this? Right. And, yeah. We don't have anyone in this city that even gives a damn. And I don't know if I see that in these next candidates coming up for council. I really don't. Because you never know who's grandstanding, who's doing what. Are you active at all in the council race, or are you just watching to see what you're going to do?
Well, I think that, in my opinion, there's 6 of them, right?
There's 6.
6 running for 3 positions.
Yep.
I would say the front runner for me would be Dante Miles.
Yep.
And the only reason I say that first and foremost is we do necessarily wholeheartedly need an African American individual up on the city council to represent the African American community.
Okay. Right.
Additionally, I feel his heart and passion in that. Also, I feel that James Ebenanza, am I saying that correct?
Ebenanza, yep.
Yes, I think that he is sincere.
Right.
I don't know him well at all. I don't know him personally, but I believe it's 2 women running, right?
Yes.
One of them, please. Just one woman.
You're just looking ahead. I see what you're saying. No, I get it. Yeah. No, because you got to look at that's what you got to do. You got to look at the 6, and that's kind of what you do.
You have that diversity up there.
I understand. No, I get it. That makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore.
I guess I just wish
it's just different, man.
We got to know the
everybody,
yeah, and I just wish that I would have seen more. You know what?
Fight.
If you were running right now,
oh,
you were what we were looking for.
Oh, nice.
No, you're what everyone's. I think you're what the community's looking for.
Looking for, and we got nothing like that. They're talking about the biggest issues is STRs or just something that affected them personally. Like I don't think I heard one person that running for the council that's one is on the show speak anything about them murders.
No, not really.
Not really.
No, not really.
We have to bring it up. If
we have to bring it up, or you'd have to. Yeah, no one's stepping outside their own area. Like, well, you see what they did with the Democrats and Republicans for the debate we set up. They were scared. So you got to remember, you got the Democrats and Republicans. They were told what to do, and they did it. That's a scary thought because you got to wonder, who are you working for then? Are you working for the voter or for the party? Because that debate I had, they all said they were going to come, and then once the party told them no, that was it. No, so that's a scary thought.
This is
you
all
just got to make sure.
Questions like we were.
Oh, questions.
Like they didn't get the questions ahead of time, so that's what was part of the reason for not coming.
Well,
a debate. You shouldn't get the questions ahead of time. We gave them the categories, just not the question.
I was the category. I didn't get any questions. I was honored to be on your show, and I'm more grateful. But at the same time, it shouldn't be that way. You should be open and honest and be willing to talk about anything.
Yep.
And at the same time, it would be great. I know we can't speak for the future council members because they're not in positions yet, but for those that are presently there, the mayor and the councilman, to say to everyone, help me help you. For example, next Wednesday, Mayor Restaino could lead it off to, before we start this, help me help you. What can I do to make your life great here in the city of Niagara Falls? You know what I mean? Just to have the heart and to stand up. That would give him a lot of points.
He has so many opportunities to have a heart or to show that he's a part of the community at all, that he just keeps on swinging and missing at him purposely because he's not dumb. He knows what he's doing. I mean, he's not doing things. He knows what he's doing.
And I know he watches the show, and if he's not watching the show, one of his people are watching the show and reporting it back to him. We obviously seen it from what has been done.
Yep.
So, Mayor Restaino, how many times can we give you a hint?
Yeah, it's simple.
Be a person for the people.
Yeah.
It should be so simple.
I don't understand. You said it best. You know what? I'm glad you were with us today. I mean, we haven't met anyone like you. Honestly, wouldn't you say, guys? As much as we've searched and as much as we've gone around and many people we've interviewed and many people in the city, no, we haven't gotten this honesty and just caring.
Right?
Right? I mean, you can tell.
Sympathy, knowing how to just with the simple things that could touch somebody, and basically very thoughtful, just thoughtfulness, and that not selfish.
It heals a community, man. It can heal. It really can.
Things.
Yeah, just what you said. And it all blew up on, like I said, when he put out that nice press release for the kid who passed away. And again, sad, he died at Niagara University, and it just blew up from there. And I don't know. You got to keep going. You're going to keep going to those meetings. I don't know how you do it because I might lose my. I think I'd get caught. I don't know how I could be in there. I know I can't. But are you going to go anymore?
I will. I'll be there next Wednesday. Awesome. And even like the thing when I reacted and said, I can't get them out of my head. It's just the names and the pain and the suffering. And, they even say there's so many phrases of, like, it's never too late. Like, for example, he did do that for that one individual. Well, let's go back and review and let's learn about this first victim that was 3 years old last year, the first homicide victim. So 3 and up. And let's, learn about that little one and make some sort of, memorial, so to speak, verbally to them,
Yeah, no, you're right. He could have, I think of back to, and Mr. Richardson was a great guy. He had the garage, and he got murdered in his house. And I'm not saying nothing against this, but they all flocked to that because obviously Mr. Richardson was well loved around here, and he was a great man. He was a great guy, but they didn't have a problem all going there. But the 3-year-old or the guy on Pine Avenue who got shot in broad daylight in front of his children, or the little girl, the one, Mariah, she gets beaten to death in front of her children. I mean, they see it. They're in the closet hiding. Nothing. Not a damn word. And it's for me, I don't understand it on many reasons and many. Obviously, it gets personal sometimes, and I don't try to get personal, so I try to treat that guy as the mayor and only the mayor. So, and I am, because if it was anybody else, I'd be saying the same thing. So I want to give you the last word for yourself. Say what, because this has been great. I appreciate it. I didn't think, I reached out as fast as I could. I had to find you. I didn't know who you were, right? We decided, who is this? We had a list. It's funny because who is this? So we played back the tape to see, because we had to hear your name when they announced it. Remember when I don't know what they said. It didn't sound right. And so we found another feed, and we found you. We're glad you're here. Say something at the end here to close us up.
Okay, sure. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on your show. It was a pleasure meeting everyone. And thank you for all that you do, John.
Thank you.
For our community. I'm most grateful. You and your wife, Robin, and the rest of the team, honestly. And again, I'm just but a small voice, in the city of Niagara Falls, New York. And when I hear or see or read about the next homicide victim or any unfortunateness that occurs, it just hurts me because life is way too short for all of this. And, you have to feel the pain. I can't even imagine the homicide victims and their families. I can't. Because again, even with the pandemic, if it's a concern of getting too close, put on a face mask, put on gloves, fist pump. It would mean a lot for example, mayor of the city or even the city council members to, pay homage to their family members or just honor them in some way, saying their family's name. For example, Mariah, your mother was wonderful because, she was someone's daughter and you are, her future.
You guys want to give your last thoughts, please? Robin? Go ahead.
I just want to say thank you to Jennifer for what you did at the council meeting and for being here with us tonight to share your thoughts. As far as anything beyond that, I stand with you 100% in calling for the resignation of not only the mayor, but also for the council chair for the way he behaved towards you.
Yeah. John, do you have anything, final words for our guest and everything else?
Sure. Well, thank you for coming, Jennifer. And like Robin said, I echo those statements too. I'm not happy with what's going on in the city of Niagara Falls. I live there myself, and it's been going downhill like the past 4 or 5 years, if not longer, because of these people that are in office. And it's a shame. And good luck to you and whatever you do.
Thank you.
Wade.
Hey, Jennifer, thank you for coming on. It was I was telling John before the show, this is going to be an awesome show, and it definitely was an awesome show. Once again, thank you. I really kind of want to, what you stated earlier, how you're going to keep on going to the council meetings. I love it. It really shows community strength, and if you can, record these for us, you see anything like that, however we could work together and making a better community, that's what we're all here for, right? So maybe you can interview somebody out there and they have an issue, and we can hopefully all together try to solve these issues, right, and help the victims and help whoever needs help in Niagara Falls, because so many people are just being ignored by this administration. So let's do the administration's job for them if they can't do it themselves.
Yeah, thank you again for being here with us. I want to just remind everyone real quick about the YWCA. Just go look it up online. Look it up online. The YWCA is an incredible place. It's there's one in every community, pretty much in America, every county, and if you've ever been assaulted, if you've ever been sexually assaulted, sexually abused, raped, or currently it's happening to you, reach out to the YWCA. There's counselors there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that'll counsel you from home. They'll call you and talk to you. And 1 hour, whatever it is, they're there 24 hours a day. There's also advocates that'll go with you to the police, to the hospital, anywhere else you need. So please don't forget the YWCA. Also, if you're a family member of someone who has been sexually assaulted, raped, abused in the past, currently, call them and you'll understand more about what they're going through. There's a lot of PTSD that goes with it, a lot of nightmares, a lot of all that stuff. So don't forget, please, if you're a loved one of someone who's been hurt, go to the YWCA and, you can talk to a counselor who will help you figure it out. And mental health, don't forget about mental health, everybody. If you have a problem where maybe you feel like, anxieties, depression, or you just don't feel like getting out of bed, or you feel like, sometimes people have really bad thoughts, hurting themselves, whatever. Don't forget, there's always someone there. 1-800-662-HELP. If you call that number, they're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Someone's always there to listen to you and to talk to you. Even us here, if you ever needed to talk to us, any one of us are available online and would talk to you at any time. And Jennifer, Lemoy, thank you. I hope you'll come back. You'll come back. We can do virtual interviews, whatever you want to do. You're what we need, I think, in a time where we don't have much going on here. We need help. And, we'll be back next week. Now, next week, we have Mike Benedict will be with us. Yes.
I'm sorry. I called him Judge Benedict. Candidate for Niagara County Judge Michael Benedict.
Michael Benedict will be here. On the 18th, we might have Anita Mullane. I got to double check with her. Hopefully we will. Lockport, running for legislature up in Lockport. And then on the 25th, we're going to have mayoral candidate Bob Pecoraro from North Tonawanda, as we try to dive into other communities too, because Niagara Falls isn't the only place. Everyone has problems, and we should look into them too. But anyways, let's get going, and thank you for being here, and thank you, everybody. See you next week, Monday.